Hey, Fear followers. Welcome to what I am going to call an episode of Fuck This House. I live out in the country. It's beautiful out here, we got a lot of land, trees everywhere, flowers, all that good stuff. We have tractors. There's one of them over there. Then there's another one somewhere else. We even have horses, man. Horses are wonderful. They're cool. But they are a lot of work. But before I start bitching about the horses, I'm going to show you around my property, man. It's like no matter what happens, I'm always fucking doing something. I never get a chance to sit down. It's like the only time I actually get an opportunity to rest is at night, and that's just that way I can wake up and do it all again. So over here, we have a nice little creek. It's cool, right? You can go fishing if you want. There's frogs, there's turtles, but fucking weeds grow here, man. And we have a long line here, so that means it takes a solid like 40 minutes to cut all the weeds for this creek. Oh, and then there's fucking animals and shit that like eat up our crops, and we grow crops. So you always have to set a trap, wake up in the morning, check the trap, kill the animal, whatever, or relocate it, depends on how you're feeling that day. Oh, and then we have grapevines over there. Fucking fun. Fuck the grapevines, man. I hate these fucking grapevines. I always get bitched at because I'll take the weed whacker and go around them, and I always end up like clipping them or something like that. But these grapevines are a lot of work, actually. You have to like trim them, maintain them, make sure they're growing properly, and it's just like fuck this fucking house, man. Fuck this property, fuck this house. These are my grapevines. And if you fuck up and accidentally like damage one and it dies, it takes like several years for them to actually get grapes. So it's a bad thing if you do that. And then over here, we have fucking bushes, blueberry bushes. You'd think it's nice to have blueberries, But no, it attracts hella birds, and then the birds end up pooping everywhere, and then I have to clean up the poop, and then they poop in my car, and I have to clean my car. Man, dude, fuck this house. Actually, the way that I got inspired to make this video is because I saw another guy on YouTube who made a fuck this house video, and his house was a lot worse. I'll give him that one, man. He had a lot more work than I do. But now let's go to the barn. Fucking hate these horses, man. Sorry, I'm getting out of breath. I have a heart problem, and it's hard for me to continuously talk right now. Yeah, and then that's another thing, man. I have a freaking heart problem, and I'm doing all this fucking manual labor and shit, and I get like no help whatsoever. So here we go. We're going into the barn. Oh, mosquitoes. Just felt one land on me somewhere. Fucking hate mosquitoes, man. They're everywhere in the country. So the barn. Fucking hate this place. Way up here, there's hay. Each one of those hay bales weighs probably about 50 pounds or so. And every couple days, I gotta take about 4 or 5 bales, take them down on the ladders, dude. I do not trust these ladders whatsoever. I'm going to die, and then I'm gonna sue my grandparents, or my family should sue my grandparents for my death because, look, this ladder has freaking duct tape on it, man. It's not cool. Oh, great, I have to get more hay. There's no hay in here. Awesome. So here's Haley. She's the only horse here that actually respects me. And for some reason, all the other horses treat her like shit. I don't know why. She's the angel out of the group. And over here are the other horses. Oh, cool. You got 4 horses, Kyle. That's fun. Well, you know what? They poop everywhere, and you have to pick it all up. I'm not sure if you can see it right now because they're blocking it, but there's about 4 or 5 solid piles of poop, and then you got to pick that up, put it in a wheelbarrow, and then take it out. Over there, there's a giant poop pile, and then every now and again you got to get a tractor, and then you got to like shove all the poop so it's like more compact. There's the poop pile, and it's a bitch to work that tractor, man. It's really difficult. And then horses need sawdust in their stalls every day. So, fuck this house because I have to get a wheelbarrow full of sawdust and put it in every single stall every day. It's not fun, man. I have like really bad allergies. Well, not allergies per se, but bad lungs. And that shit gets all up in my lungs. Like even a little bit right now, just being near that. It gets up in my lungs and I can't breathe. And then I have to put it in each and every stall every day. It's not fun. It sucks. Oh, and then this is why I really hate this house, man. Mickey, cut that fucking shit out! Thank you. Mickey's the troublemaker. Keeps on, like, pounding on shit all the time. No, you guys aren't going outside. You can get out of my face. That's another thing I hate about these horses. They crowd you. They do not understand the concept of personal space. You know what I mean? They just get all up around you. And then when they do get around you, they're whacking their tail all the time. So I'm standing there trying to pick up their poop, and then I get fucking... She's not doing it right now. Oh, there's... Okay. And then you just get whacked with the tail, dude. It's not fun. It doesn't feel comfortable. Their tails are actually kind of sharp and like horse. Pun. But, okay. So back to why I really hate this fucking house. This is what's called a stock tank. Every 2 days you have to change it. You have to pull it all the way over here, dump it out, scrub it out, fill it back up with water. This thing weighs a lot, man. I couldn't estimate how much it weighs, but it definitely weighs at least 100 pounds or so. Oh, there's the tail. But that's not it, man. It just doesn't end. See, there's like several lots over there for the horses. I gotta take the weed whacker every now and again, and then get rid of the weeds. I fucking hate doing that, dude. I spend so much of my life just fucking cutting weeds. Like, I'm a born pro at cutting weeds now, just because I spend my, like, every single day cutting weeds in some section of this massive lot, you know? It's like everywhere you go, it's like, oh great, weeds are growing there again, weeds are growing here again. There's the weed whackers. Fuck this house. And then anyway, you have to get out these buckets of water. They weigh a lot. You have to carry them to all the stalls. I don't like carrying... I'm not very strong, you know? I don't have a lot of muscle. And it's definitely hard on me, especially now that my heart condition is getting a bit worse. Oh, it's raining. You know what rain means? There's gonna be more weeds soon! Fuck this fucking house, man. Oh, and also rain means that I will have to mow the grass. This property is huge, so cutting the grass can take a solid hour. And then over here, when I'm cutting the weeds over here, by this fence line here, every now and again I will accidentally shock myself on this little thing here. It's called a hot wire. It's not pleasant. I've been shocked a few times and it's not fun. Now we're gonna go to the garden. I don't really like gardening, man. I mean, like, it's nice, it's pleasant, you know, but I mean, it's a lot of work, dude. You gotta plow out different rows and shit like that, and then you gotta put the seeds in and cover them with dirt. And then, guess what? You gotta cut the weeds in between the fucking garden. I mean, in between the rows, you know? It's not fun, dude. Oh, great, the weeds took over this section here. Yep. Just look at all those weeds, dude. I gotta go in between all these rows with the weed whacker non-stop, man. It's just not fun. And then guess what? We have a creek on the other side right by the garden that involves a lot of weed cutting. I've been kind of lacking on this side here because I find it less important. Nobody at my house bitches at me about not doing that part because it's not very important, I guess, you know. Why else do I hate this house? Let's think. I know there's like 2,000 more reasons why I hate living here. Oh, okay. I have a lot more land than what you're seeing right now, actually. And it's gonna take... Oh, that's another thing I hate. If I want to so much as, like, go get the mail, I have to walk about a solid block. I might as well just take my car, really. Another reason why I hate living out here, because everything is so far apart that it's a bitch to go anywhere. You're wasting like a half tank of gas just to hang out with your friends, man. So I don't really go out much just because of that. I don't want to waste my gas. And then over here, I just cut the weeds on the side of the barn. The reason why I have to cut the weeds, especially by the barn, is because of mosquitoes. Like, mosquitoes breed in weeds, you know? And then it bothers the horses. So yeah, and then they also bother me too. This massive lot is one of two. I'm not gonna walk all the way out there to the second one just to show you a big fucking thing of grass, but that has to get cut, man. That takes a long time. It's really irritating. And there's always random animals and shit like that fucking stuff up over here. The raccoons are always ruining that corn that I took the time out, like took my blood and sweat to fucking do that, man. And they just eat up all that corn, and I barely even get to eat any of it. I don't even like corn either, though. I don't know why we're growing corn. None of us really eat much of it. Oh, and then we have to feed the birds. My grandma loves birds, and she doesn't want to feed them herself. So I have to go to these different stations every day. Oh, great, that one's empty. I gotta fill that one. Fill that. Put seeds here. Fill that. Seeds there. Restore the bird baths with water. This video's getting long, I'm sorry, but obviously there's just a lot of reasons why I want to say fuck this house. Oh, and then these trees, man. They're nice trees. They're self-pruning. When my grandparents planted them, they were like, hey, self-pruning trees, you can't go wrong with that. Well, what happens actually is the branches will fall and then land on the ground, and then I gotta take the time out to pick them up and then carry them over to the burning pile. That way I can cut the grass, because it'll get in the lawnmower. Just another reason why I hate this fucking place, dude. Then I have to water all these plants here. There's a lot of shit I have to water, actually. It's surprising that I actually managed to stay on Snapchat so much, just because of how much work I'm constantly doing. Oh, and then I also work at my grandparents own a carpet cleaning business. It's not fun. It's hard labor. And a lot of times I don't take pay for it, just because I don't want my grandparents to go broke, you know. But because of that, my car is a reflection of the business. So I have to vacuum my car very regularly. And my car is pretty dirty right now, actually. Yeah, man, there's a lot of clothes and shit in here. But like, that, they will get mad about. They'll be like, yo, dude, you gotta have a clean car. So I have to vacuum my car like super regularly. That's why I have like 6 ashtrays in my car, just so that way my friends like ash less, you know, get less ash on the floor. But it doesn't work out. Anyway, I think I'm done saying fuck this house. This video is getting way too long. If you've actually managed to watch the whole thing, that's good for you, man. Don't forget to add me on Snapchat. Stay scared, my dudes.